show you suctioning by the open method. You can see the end of the ET tube and an end connected to the circuit. So you have to disconnect the circuit to introduce the catheter into the ET tube. This can lead to significant loss of ventilation, oxygenation and PEEP. Thereby it is preferable to have a cath mount in between. Now we have a cath mount in place which is connected between the ET tube and the circuit, and as you can see here, there is a port which can be opened through which the suction catheter or bronchoscope can be introduced if you want to do a procedure. It can still lead to some kind of loss of PEEP and oxygenation, but comparatively it will be much less. Because suctioning is a negative procedure and mechanical ventilation is positive, there is a significant loss of ventilation because of this reason as well, and it is preferred to give 100% oxygen prior to doing a suctioning procedure. Now we have set an FiO2 of 45% here, but there is an O2 breath button which we can press, and as soon as we press this, the FiO2 increases to 100%, and this will be delivered so for a minute. Suctioning is a significant stimulus and can disturb the patient, so you always assess the level of sedation. If she coughs in between, then pressures can rise and can cause lung injury. So please assess the sedation level well before you start the procedure. You can see the vacuum side. Generally we apply a pressure of around 100 to 150 when we do a suctioning procedure. Two people are needed. One is holding the vacuum side and the other person is holding the catheter side. Port has been opened, and while you introduce the catheter, the one end of it should be kept closed, and you should apply the suction pressure only when the catheter has reached its destination, which is the end of the ET tube. You should know how much of your catheter can be introduced in the ET tube, because we do not like to go it beyond the tip of the ET tube, as it can cause injury to the carina and other parts of the trachea. Once you are sure that you have reached that end, start pin rolling it and gently remove it and close the other side, open the other side, so that the suctioning can take place. We close the port, we clean the catheter with saline, and if you want another procedure, we use a fresh catheter. Now we show you suctioning through a closed system. You can see the parts of the closed system. This is the end of the ET tube, and then we have one end which is connected to the ventilator circuit, and the other end which has the catheter, a rotating hub, and then an end which has a point for suctioning, which you can press in suction, and this is being connected to the suction port. You can see two ports here, one at the level of the catheter and one above it. These can be used to clean the catheter after the procedure has been done. This is the rotating hub, and you can see the catheter is now close to the system. We rotate it, and now the catheter is ready to be introduced in the ET tube. You gently introduce the catheter into the ET tube. Here we do not have to close it because the other end is already closed, and then we introduce it to the length of the ET tube. After we are done, you can see the hub here. This is now open to the system, so if you now press, it will cause suctioning. So you press that and withdraw the catheter. After the suctioning has been done, now we will close the port so that the now ET tube is close to the system. And now we can use the flushing. You can see a syringe has been loaded with saline and has been added to the port, which can suction the catheter. This end has been kept open and it is connected to the vacuum, and you see as soon as you attach the syringe, suctioning takes place automatically because of the pressure of the vacuum. After the procedure is over, we will take the syringe out and we will close this port, and also we will close the other port. Now this system is closed, and now we can remove the vacuum side and put the cap. It is now ready for another use. This closed system, the one we are using, can be used for 72 hours, after which it has to be changed. One of the major benefits of closed system is it can be operated by a single person. whether it decreases the chance of infection or not is not known, but always remember that any catheter introduced into the ET tube has the risk of introduction of infection, and suctioning should not be a routine procedure. It should only be done to clear the secretions, and also suctioning should be done as minimal as possible when a patient has high requirement of PEEP, FiO2 and has very stiff lungs, where a little change during this procedure can cause a significant loss in ventilation. After the procedure has been done, we can once again give O2 breaths. The oxygen concentration is now 100%, which will be there for another minute, and then it will come back to whatever normal was before.